today I'm gonna bleach my hair and I'm hoping to take it to a blonde color, but we will see what happens because I have a lot of color that I previously put on this and some pieces are already blonde in here. As you can see, this one is broken here on the end. Some of my hair on the underneath is a little bit broken just from putting my hair up and whatever. And then I have a lot more blonde on the top here. So we'll see what happens. I'm also working with a red color here that was previously put in here. It's had quite a bit of time to wash out now. As you can see, I have maybe an inch and a half of regrowth now. So I'm kind of just winging this and we will see what happens with it. I'm a little nervous, but I think it'll go well. I think I'm definitely gonna need to tone it because it might turn out to be kind of orangey. But I'm gonna just get started. So I put 4 sections separately up here of hair. I sectioned the 2 front sections and then I did 2 back ones on the top because I have really thick hair. So I'm gonna also do 2 sections back here and I'm gonna start with these and kind of see how it goes with the bottom layer here because it's kind of the easiest one to hide too. And then we will just go from there. So I have 2 containers here filled with some bleach powder. I've got the Paul Mitchell dual purpose lightener here. This is on and off scalp powder lightener and I have used it before and it works quite well. And it actually, what I like about it is that it doesn't have a really chemically bleach smell to it. And it lifts about 3 or 4 levels. And then I'm gonna go here with my 20 volume developer because I can always bleach again and I don't want to go in here with 40 because my hair processes quite quickly. So I'm going to kind of go in and then have to go in again if needed. I'm not really too worried about that though. I'm thinking I'm probably going to have to bleach it 2 separate times and give it a break in between cycles here so I am prepared to go in with the long haul on this, even if it takes a couple of weeks in between if my hair needs a break, because I really do want to keep it healthy since it is so long. So I'm just gonna mix up this and then I'm gonna have a separate mix and I'm gonna put a little bit of shampoo in with it to kind of dilute it a little bit so that I can put that on pieces that I think need it instead of this stronger mix, because like I said, I do have those blonde pieces in there that really, you don't think I need to lift them too much more, and I'll probably just put this in a foil at the very end so that it lifts a little bit more from where it's at, and then I'll tone it. So let me do that and then I'll come back. Okay, so I've got all of my color mixed up here. Kind of want this kind of a consistency. Any thicker than this and it's kind of oozes out of your foils. I have all my foils ready to go here. I have my other mix ready for any blonde pieces I come across later on. And I have this cool double clip here that's super helpful when you're doing foils. So I'm gonna just clip the one side here to that top section because I like to start from the bottom and kind of work my way up. So I'm gonna section off the hair that I don't want to work with and put that in this clip here. And so I don't have to constantly move my hand, it kind of just stays in my hand. So I'm gonna take this bottom piece here and I'm gonna start my first foil. Now, I don't want to hit the ends super hard because they are going to be the weakest part of the hair. So I'm going to start in the middle here and I'm going to gently kind of dab on up here, kind of like I'm just painting. I don't want to put too much up there because I do want to lighten up here, but I am going to have kind of a root up there that isn't going to be blonde, so I don't have to bleach my entire head. So spread this, try to make sure I'm getting evenly applied, and then pop my ends in there. Then I'm gonna hold this because that's my ends and that's got not as much color as my middle here. So I'm holding in 3 sections so that it doesn't all just rub on each other. It kind of stays separated. This is going to be a really long process, so I am probably going to speed this up. Okay, so I have this whole bottom section all the way done, and I am gonna go ahead and set a timer and check it in about 15 minutes, kind of see how it's getting along and go from there. I'm assuming I'll leave it on for around 30 minutes, maybe 35, 40, depending on where I'm getting, but I think probably my hair will need about 30, 35 minutes. And I'm gonna go ahead and get started on this next bottom section. I'm gonna get both of these sections completely done, and then I'll come back and show you how everything's progressing. Okay, so I've just completed this whole back section as well, and 15 minutes has gone by since I've done that, so I do want to take a little look and see where we're going here with everything. So the hardest part is definitely unraveling these things. Okay, so here's my color. I'm looking pretty light so far. It's actually looking like it's saturating well, and it's coming up pretty quickly. So I'm gonna give that probably another 10 to 15 minutes. Gonna keep a very close eye on it all though. And then I'm gonna come back and probably gonna need to wash these out already. So I will show you when it's ready to wash out. Everything has been washed out and it's looking pretty good. It's looking not that orange. It's a little orange, but I think a toner will take care of this and it will come out quite nicely. My roots are really dark, but I'm gonna go for kind of like a shadow root effect, and I think it's gonna come out really good. So I'm gonna go ahead and finish the rest of all of this, which is gonna take forever, and I'm not gonna film it, and then I'll come back and show you when I'm toning, what I use, all that type of stuff, and then I'll show you the end result. Okay, so I'm all done with the bleaching, and I think it came out pretty good. It's a little bit of a darker orange in here, but it's also still wet in there. But I'm kind of not as concerned about these inner pieces as much as I was with the front here, which is looking really good. It's looking quite blonde. And I'll spin it and show you the back. I think it came out pretty good, except for the fact that I fried my ends a lot. For some reason I wasn't thinking like don't put it on your ends first. I don't know why. So I'm probably gonna have to take off a good 2 inches on my ends because these guys are done for. But that's okay because I have a lot of hair and I was kind of thinking I was gonna do a good haircut after this anyway. And I wanted to come back on to tell you that after looking at my hair, I decided that in these front pieces here, since I wear it parted down the middle a lot, probably framing my face, I'm gonna just go up to my root here in a foil, and I'm just gonna cover these dark pieces here with like a couple of foils going down my face, and maybe just like 1 or 2 like going back this way, and then I'm gonna go ahead and tone the whole thing after I do that. So I'm gonna go ahead and do that, and then I'll come back and show you the toning. I just finished with those highlights and it's looking good. It brightened up around my face a lot. I still have a lot of dark back here though, which I'm thinking is gonna be fine. I'm just gonna go with it. I went ahead and mixed up my toner. I am using a demi-permanent color. It's the Demi-Permanence from Paul Mitchell. I'm using 8PA mixed with a 9NB with a little bit of a 7 in there because I am not sure a lot of it is light enough for all of that. So I'm gonna go ahead and section myself out here so I know where I'm gonna start and all that. And then I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm gonna leave this on for about 20 minutes. To pop on and show you everything finished. Now it's not completely what I was hoping for. It's not completely even, and I've got some orange spots still, but that was kind of expected since I was starting with a red base. Insert photo here. Yeah, I started with a lot of red in my hair, so in order for me to go from that color to blonde without like horribly damaging my hair, I would have to bleach it again, which I really don't want to do. I don't want to put my hair through that. But the toner did an amazing job. It looks much better. My worst part, I think, is this little piece right here, which really I could hit this with a little bleach at some point. And I probably will, but not now. But everything else doesn't look horrible. I mean, my roots are really dark, but I'm not mad at it, really. This side came out really good, not as orange and red as the other. Obviously, I've got some orange in there, but for the most part, going from like having loads of red color on my hair to this like high of a level blonde, I think it did a really good job. Here's the back. It's pretty even. Roots again, pretty dark. I think it looks really cute. It's totally new, it's fresh, it's gonna take some getting used to, but I mean, I kept most of the length of it. I did cut about that much off of the whole thing. But it still is really long. It's generally on the healthy-ish side. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. I hope you are able to do this at home if that's what you're trying to do. But honestly, I would suggest not doing it at home. Probably go to the salon. Okay, so thanks for watching. Bye.